Dear friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Nina Yatsishina, and watch this video to the end. You will know today how the family or ancestors loyalty works in our heads with help of my personal examples. You will see how the family or ancestors loyalty prevents us from being happy, healthy, rich, prosperous, and so on. I have already said in my previous video that my grandparents used to be rich and they were dispossessed and killed because of that by the Soviet government. It was approximately in 1819s, 1820s. Since that time, that dangerous financial experience have been delivered to me through my whole family system. How? I used to have financial problems. I couldn't grow financially. That means that I had a monthly income. I was not poor, but being a professional English and German teacher and at the same time a professional interpreter translator, I had a very modest salary in comparison with my other colleagues of the same level in my country that time. I started searching for additional or other ways possible in my country that time of increasing my monthly income. I was a success. I got much and good paid work, but suddenly I realized that I still had the same modest sum of money each month. Then I made up my mind and I changed my personal way of working, like time management, risk management, my communication with the clients, and so on. And still, I earned the same very modest sum of money. Besides, I noticed that each time I got a very good project, for example, as a translator, this project could bring me much more money I had, and I wanted that money. And my qualification was perfect, suited perfect, and I could show my best results for that project. There always started happening very strange things to me. I always finished these projects in time and of a high quality, of course, but the process of working on the project was always very hard, unbelievably hard for me. I will show you what I mean now. So, number one, I couldn't make myself sit down and work on my computer. Usually, with other, even more, much more difficult or complicated projects, I never had anything like that. For instance, suddenly I wanted to have a cup of tea or I was hungry. Suddenly I had a backache or a headache and or other kinds of aches and I had to lie down urgently. Or suddenly some of my relatives or my friends called me and I talked to them too long. Or suddenly I recollected that I had promised somebody to do something and I started fulfilling my promise exactly that time. In reality, it was not so urgent at all. Well, dear friends, number two. When at last I made myself sit down and work on the project, several minutes later, I could start failing my eyesight, or I could have some skin eruption and it was itching unmercifully, or I could suddenly felt totally exhausted and I couldn't work. And I must tell you that my eyesight has always been good, and thanks God it is today. I have never had any skin eruption, and I am generally healthy. But it was the time when I worked exactly on such projects that I had such problems. Dear friends, I ran to my doctor. Finally, I found out that I used to have such problems only when I worked on such projects that could bring me much more money, and I wanted that money. Such projects which could let me grow financially. This is the way my body and my brain showed my ancestors or my family loyalty. That dangerous and unhappy, so to say, financial experience from my grandparents have been delivered to me through my whole family system, as I have already said. And it was still in my head. Uh, it was in my subconsciousness. I would like to add that my parents, my father and mother, they are still alive, thanks God. They also weren't rich. They also couldn't grow financially, and they also had some negative financial problems, some negative financial experience trying to grow financially. Of course, I tried different psychological methods, and I'm very thankful to all the psychologists who tried to help me. I had some result, some positive result, but still the problem partially remained in my brain and it didn't want to go away. Is it a hard situation? Yes, it is. Is it possible to change? Yes, it is. Have I changed the situation? Yes, I have. How have I changed the situation? Dear friends, I can answer you this question with pleasure in my official Telegram channel. The link is under this video. You're welcome. Subscribe and I will be able to answer you directly, personally, in 24 hours. So, in my next video, I will bring you other examples how the family or ancestors' loyalty works in our heads, but in the sphere of our relationships. Well, dear friends, that's all for today. Thank you for your attention. If everything falls, we will stand together and move on. Sincerely yours, Yonina Yatsishina from Odessa, the Black Sea Shore, with love. Bye-bye.